Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Golia. I'm an actor, singer, and creator here in Los Angeles, and I am so excited to introduce you to composer Phil Knowlton. How's it going, Phil?
Not so bad, and you?
I am so good. I'm so excited that you're here with us. Before we get started, I'm going to show everyone a quick clip of your work.
The bus!
I got it. The kid's looking right at me.
Not for long.
Okay. Is everyone okay? Watch your step, kids. Stay behind the bus. All right, easy. One at a time. What happened?
This was a mistake. We need to go.
Phil, you are so talented. So tell me okay, let's start at the beginning. Where were you born? That's the very beginning. And then how did you get involved in music?
Mhm. Well, I was born in Springfield, Oregon, but we moved to Alaska when I was very young, like not even 2 years old. So
Gosh, it's so cold there.
it is. I'm not a fan of that, but there's plenty of other things I like about Alaska. Although I will say, it is definitely, my wife and I have discussed it. It's definitely not our plans to live here forever. Um,
So how
so
did you
yeah.
get involved in music?
Well, according to my parents, I could sing before I could talk. Like I could hum recognizable melodies, and my first words were music. So, in fact, my mom said the only time I ever like moved before I was born was when she would play the piano at church.
Oh my gosh.
So, what's that?
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it was always something that was um, going to be part of my life, whether I liked it or not. Luckily, I fell in love with it pretty early on. I fell in love with jazz pretty early in life, even though I didn't quite understand it. I'm still spending my life trying to understand it better.
I mean, we can always keep learning, right?
Right. And I would notice whenever I was like interested in a girl or something, I tried and write her a poem, I'd end up having a melody with it. And so I realized I was more suited to being a songwriter than anything else.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I love that.
As just who I am. But yeah, I started, and then one of my aspirations is to get into film and TV and whatever video scoring.
Yeah.
Like that is something that really interests me. Once I like watching, the movies I grew up with, like the Tim Burton Batman or Back to the Future, things like that, with just these really grand, interesting scores that just really captured my attention.
Amazing. Well, you're very good at it. So
Oh, thanks. I try.
for you. So when did you realize like, okay, this is something I need to pursue? Like, where was the moment where you were like, this is it?
Well, that's hard to say because I was always interested in music. I was always interested in theater and acting and writing, like all of that stuff. I was homeschooled, so there wasn't a lot of opportunities for me. I took piano and guitar lessons, but those were mostly tools to like help me. And I would do a lot of performing. I sang and played guitar in a couple of different bands and things like that. But it really wasn't until I got to college that like I thought I was just a dabbler, like it was something I was interested in, but I didn't necessarily think about it until one of my teachers took me aside after I'd done a couple of projects where we were supposed to write out tunes to learn the forms that they were teaching. And he took me aside and he said, he was a composer himself too. He said, you need to be writing music.
Wow.
And I actually started taking lessons with him the next year, specifically. They billed them as piano lessons because they didn't have anything for those type of things, but he was basically teaching me the craft side of composing. He would give me what's that?
Oh, it's amazing. Sorry, I keep commenting.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. He would give me these assignments like, I want you to take these 3 notes and figure out how many chords can work under them.
Cool. That's so fun.
And so, yeah, and I mean, these are and that was the thing. These are tools that help me to this day. It wasn't like he was telling me you have to write this way or anything. He was just expanding my horizons.
Right. And expanding your creativity.
Yeah, I would say that and orchestration class when I learned like how the orchestra was structured, specifically like how different sections were probably two of the most helpful moments in my education that I still go back to.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, I'm so looking forward to seeing what happens with you. And I'm so excited to have you here on the Phoenix platform. It's going to be an
Thank
amazing
you.
way for people to find your work and for you to find collaborators and get everything going for you. And I'm just
Oh
so
yeah,
excited to see what's next.
thank you. Me too. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it was so great meeting you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And we will talk soon.
sounds great. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Talk soon.